so let me see if I get this straight. And I'm talking to the theme parks here. You make a big promotion. You call it a family thing, right? You call these parks family parks, okay? 78% of America is obese, but you call these things family parks, but the way you set them up is designed for non-Americans, right? So my example is, okay, so you get to the park, right? You pay about $600 for you and your wife. Okay, you go inside, and then you see rides. You see roller coasters. And you want to get on these roller coasters, right? So you make a line for about 3 or 4 days to get on this 22-second ride. And so you get there, and so there's about 50 people on line 1 on the first row. There's about, and then about 3 and 2 and whatnot. So you wait and you wait and you wait because you want to have a good time. You want to enjoy the ride. So you wait and you get on the ride. You get up to your part to go. And then all of a sudden, your wife goes in and she sits down. And then you go in and you don't fit. So a teenager, Captain Obvious, walks over and he says to you, "Sir, we have a wider seat." They say wider. You have a wider seat. We have a wider seat. Now mind you, you're stopping traffic. There's 2,000 people looking at you. So they get you out of that row. They put you in. They take you to this one particular row. They take you to this wider seat, which is about 0.5 millimeter wider than everything else. They sit you. They're trying to sit you down. Now they're putting you between the two thinnest people on the planet, and they're trying to sit you down in this seat that's 0.5 millimeter wider than all the other seats. You're trying to sit in there. You're being stabbed in your thigh by the thing that's in between that separates your legs. And then because you know what's going to happen, you kind of stick your stomach in as much as you can. You're standing there and you're sticking your stomach in like this. And then Captain Obvious says to another 15 teenagers to come and help him. So now you got 14 people climbing on top of this lap bar, trying to squeeze it down in your stomach. It's not budging. It hasn't gone past your shoulders. And it's not budging, and they're pushing on it, and they're pushing on it, and they're pushing on it, and you're developing all kinds of internal bleeding because of all the pushing they're doing, while, mind you, everyone else is watching. And then they look at you and they say, "Well, sir, it's not gonna fit, sir." And you're kind of looking at them for a second, and you're thinking about all kinds of things. You're wondering what's your next move. Because you don't want to become a meme. So you get up and you kind of try to play it off, try to be smooth about it, and you kind of look over and kind of let them know that it's gonna be okay, and you'll probably get on the next ride. Mind you, it's the same seats on every single ride in the park. So everybody's kind of waiting to see what you're going to do. So you look over to your wife. She doesn't want to go because you can't go. But everybody's waiting on you to see what you're going to do. So you tell her for her to go. But then everybody looks to her to see if she's actually really going to go. But you don't want her not to go because you paid a ridiculous amount of money to get into the park to begin with, and waited 14 days online to get on the ride. And then she doesn't go. Then you tell her, you convince her to go. And then you kind of get up and you kind of walk yourself over to the area where there's a guy who's about the same size as you. And you kind of look at him, and he looks at you, and you look at him, and he looks at you, and you look at each other. And nothing needs to be said. You're both standing there, right? So then you get out of there and you go sit down and enjoy yourself a $27 bottle of water and $54 hot dog. Family park. And then you just get on that ride. That one that it's big and looks like a big floating device where you don't really need a seatbelt, but you put it on anyway. That goes in the water and just kind of like has one drop, and the water wets you from the top, but it's just one drop, and you kind of fall and boom, and because it's the only thing you fit on, and you don't want to waste the $2,000 you spend at the entrance, so you go on the same ride 56 times. It's troubling. It's troubling. There doesn't seem to be much attention paid for. I don't self-identify as a fat man. I am one, and it would be nice if these billion-dollar parks made a seat or 12 that fit people. The average American. It's about 74% obese, this country. So yeah. Think about it. Okay, theme parks, Universal, Disney, Tampa. Think about it. Okay? Thank you.